Uh, Drainage upgrade on Seneca and Woodland. I know that this is a concern for a lot of the people, including Leetta, who tells us every time it rains and every time that drainage there blocks up. We did some estimates on it. It's going to cost about $15,000–$20,000. Is that right, Vern? For us to put in a new pipe across to repair that old pipe that is blocked up to fix that drainage. Unfortunately, or fortunately, once we do that, we can turn it over to the county. In 1996, when a good majority of our drainage system, which is one of these maps, I think it's this one over here, shows our drainage system here in Forest Heights. I'll say 90% of the drainage system was turned over to the county to maintain. However, that other 10% wasn't, and that other 10% is going to be a huge problem. The Seneca and Woodland is just a small part. We have a drainage system that everybody knows is right up here on Arapahoe Drive, and we have a drainage system that is over on Comanche and Shoshone. Everybody thought, and Mr. Clark informed me, that that's the only drains that Forest Heights have. Well, guess what, guys? It's not. The big one coming from Sachem, going behind all of those houses on Cree Drive, going down, is causing all of the flooding in those homes on Cree Drive, that goes to the 54-inch drain that's behind Cree Drive, belongs to Forest Heights. That is the elephant in the room that we don't even want to begin to deal with, because I don't even know what it's so big that I don't even want to wrap my head around it. And I'm just hoping that there is not a problem in it before we can get it up to standards, other than what we have now. But the drainage upgrade on Seneca and Woodland, it is in the pipes, and we are talking about it. The Cree Drive, Onondaga, South Huron, Sachem Lane, Black Hawk Lane reconstruction that we started under the bond bill from DP, or the Department of Environment, was put on hold because, unfortunately, we live in an area that we don't have good drainage because of the soil type, the clay soil type, and because of the construction material that was put into the ground when they built the homes. So according to the bond bill that we originally got for $1.2 million, we had to be able to infiltrate 1 inch of water in 5 minutes. We can't do that. So there's other funding out there, and we have about that. Those plans are about 45% complete before we said don't do anything else to them, and move the engineers over to North Huron. Finding the funds to be able to do that is a matter of coming up in a creative way to do green streets, and partnering with EPA and DNR and the Department of Environment here in Maryland, and making this a model. So far, they're looking at our model that we've had for Roth Drive, and they are very interested in duplicating that particular street and other places in Prince George County. What my hope has always been is that the things that we do here in Prince George County or in Forest Heights can become a model. And if we're doing it as a model, then that means somebody will come in and fund them for us, because we can't afford this kind of work that needs to be done. I was hoping that Linwood would be here. He's our part-time planner. He has also been very instrumental in ensuring that we got our sustainability plan in on time. Our sustainability plan was in on time, and our sustainability plan has been approved. So everything else that we do, we have to take a look at what did we submit, and how does all of what we want to do fit into what we submitted to the state. There is one good thing that happened this year that I was so excited about. Most of you know Miss Pitt, who lives at the end of Arapahoe Drive, that every time it rained, her yard became a lake. The work started under the Paula Noble administration. It just got finished this year because the state, the county, kept going back and forth of whose responsibility it was. But finally they came up with splitting the responsibility up, and now that project has been done. So there's a lot of projects that we've done, big projects that we've done. We have some energy grants that Vern will talk about to you. And I was hoping that Mr. Mosley is going to be here. He sent me a whole list of things, but I didn't.